So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 4 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to dive into today includes PlayStation Plus getting a new label, new animation update that went unnoticed by most on the PlayStation 5, Sony buying CDprojekt Red, and the Factions 2 trailer seems to be in the works. First, from 1 to 10, what would you rate The Last of Us TV show? Now that Season 1 is over, with most having watched the final episode yesterday, what would you rate the show? I haven't watched the final episode, but so far the show has been a 9 or 10, but that's just me. What about you guys? So comment below from 1 to 10, what would you rate The Last of Us HBO show for Season 1? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Sony buys CDprojekt Red. Reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, a new rumor is circulating today suggesting that Sony has purchased CDprojekt Red, with an image reportedly showing a merger or acquisition of the two companies spreading across social media. However, it's highly unlikely that the rumor is credible. The rumor seems to have started due to Sony's page on the marketing data platform PitchBook, which lists a series of the company's investments and acquisitions. Among these is the merger acquisition of CDprojekt Red, with PitchBook showing the deal as having taken place on October 26, 2022. An image of this acquisition data was then posted to social media and Reddit, where some claimed that this was evidence of Sony purchasing the Cyberpunk 2077 developer. But aside from this listing on PitchBook, there is no other data to support this claim. Given that the deal was said to have taken place in October 2022, it's unlikely that this information would have not been made public in the 5 months since the alleged acquisition had taken place. Similarly, the supposed purchase was not mentioned in the company's own earnings reports. As such, it's more than likely a mistake by PitchBook. So right off the bat, that point about the financial report being the spot where this should have been revealed doesn't click, because take Bluepoint for example. Bluepoint was leaked to be acquired by Sony themselves, PlayStation Japan, in June of 2021. Days later, Bluepoint themselves said they were independent. Sony released their financial report for Q1 fiscal year 2021, so for April, May, June of that year. In August of 2021, Sony officially announced the buyout of Bluepoint at the end of September 2021. This would mean that Sony announced the buyout nearly 2 months after their financial report went out, and the acquisition leaked by PlayStation Japan themselves in June of 2021, months earlier. And if they leaked that by accident, that means the deal was locked even prior to that, and throughout that time Sony officially didn't say anything to anyone. Now, I'm not saying there it is guys, Sony locked CDprojekt Red, but the point about the financial report doesn't really hold here. CDprojekt Red has a market cap of 2.9 billion, so Sony could have acquired them with the 5 billion they have left, as we've discussed before. Now, the one thing you can be critical of is if this image is even real. I personally don't have access to PitchBook to get this information. You have to get a trial, or you have to subscribe, or it's a service, but we've seen this image make its way around the internet, but we don't know if it's actually real. I haven't seen a link or somebody else post it. If you go to the profile of CDprojekt Red, which anybody can access on PitchBook, it doesn't mention Sony anywhere like it did for Ballistic Moon. And I'll note that I also note that the Ballistic Moon page now says privately held, as opposed to saying merged like it did before, and there's no mention of Sony as the parent company anymore. So that's either false too, or it's true, and when it hit the internet, Sony told the website to take that off. I'm not really sure there. All in all, we don't have a confirmation that CDprojekt Red has been acquired by Sony. Not saying it's not possible, and also it doesn't mean it didn't happen if a financial report has gone out between this time. So all we can do is really wait and see. Later this year could be very interesting depending on what happens with the Activision deal. Now, diving into the second story of the video, new animation update. So this is a short story. Twitter user iBadDriver discovered that with the latest PlayStation 5 update, Sony changed the Platinum Trophy animation to an actual animation. It's a nice little change from the old Plat notification, which was just the same as any trophy in terms of visuals. Last time I got a Plat was for Horizon Forbidden West, so this isn't really for me, but for those that grind for a Platinum, I'm sure you'll appreciate it. But you guys let me know if you go after Platinums or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the third story of the video, PlayStation Plus new label. So this is another short story. Reddit user Helpful Apple 22 posted an image of Outer Wilds on PlayStation 5, and you can see it says PlayStation Plus exclusive. People are trying to guess at what that means, but I think it literally means what it says. Outer Wilds isn't on Xbox Game Pass, making it a PlayStation Plus only title in terms of subscription services. I haven't noticed this before, really, so I guess it's new. And now diving into the final story of the video, new Factions 2 information. So I've been waiting for a follow-up to my favorite multiplayer of all time, Factions on Last of Us 1 back in 2013. It's been a long wait. It's been 10 years since the original came out come this June. The wait was even worse when we found out Last of Us 2 wouldn't have Factions in 2019. I was very upset. 4 years later, and we've only seen concepts of the mode of the game. The game seems to be set for launch for this year because it's been in production for years at this point. Neil Druckmann said it was 2 years last summer, and multiplayer games don't need to be complete day one. There's no such thing as complete for these types of games. But moving on from that, there have been 2 job listings that reveal possible new information for the game. First one is for an associate multiplayer quality assurance tester / development support. This position is clearly for Factions 2 since it's the main multiplayer game at Naughty Dog. In there, it states working knowledge of PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 systems. This seems to indicate this will be a cross-gen game, which I kind of suspected since it's a multiplayer game. They need the population. I've seen people upset, but really Last of Us 2 gameplay exists on PlayStation 4 and it was phenomenal over there. I think it should be fine even if they go the Escape from Tarkov route for this game. It's a multiplayer game at the end of the day. Second position is for a trailer editor, and it states this in the responsibility section: edit trailers, marketing materials for a single player and multiplayer mode utilizing captured game footage. Now, I'm not sure how old this listing is, but this could indicate that a trailer is in the works and could come out in the near future, which I hope would be the case considering how long we've been waiting. And Neil Druckmann himself said we'd see more this year. It looks like the first trailer for Factions 2 could be dropping at the rumored PlayStation Showcase in April or May, potentially even early June. For me personally, it would have been a smarter move to capitalize off the show's hype and it just ending right now and drop a trailer or even just a teaser for the game. It would have been perfect time to do that. But you guys let me know if you're excited for Factions 2 or not. Let me know down in the comments below, and the answer better be yes for that. But let me know down in the comments below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "give us the trailer, please." This is in reference to Factions 2. I've been waiting so long. I know there's other people who have been waiting as well. If you want to join in that hype, destroy the comment section with "give us a trailer, please," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.